All right, so this is a really, really interesting one. I actually hadn't heard this until I was taking submissions for this series. That Rowan the Spearwife at Winterfell is Mors Umbers' daughter.
Or is she?
Well, yeah, that's what we're about to talk about. Well, do you want to
Yeah, I can have a stab.
yeah, you feel this one. I'm on break.
All right.
I'll put audience. You're in the capable hands of Alt Schwift X.
While Glidus goes and has a massage and a yogurt, I'm gonna tend the live stream. Rowan is one of the 6 Spearwives who Mance Rayder takes to Winterfell, ostensibly on a mission to save Arya Stark for Melisandre for Jon Snow. Except there's like a lot of hints that like maybe there's a deeper reason why Mance and the Spearwives are there. Like Mance keeps asking about the Winterfell crypts. And I like the idea that he's searching for the Horn of Winter in the Winterfell crypts. But the Spearwives get caught, at least according to the Pink Letter, and some of them get killed when Theon escapes. Rowan is a particularly interesting one because there's this line that she says to Theon: "You have no right to mouth Lord Eddard's words. Not you, not ever, after what you did." So Rowan is like
I'm back,
weirdly
by the way.
respectful of Eddard Stark. Oh, he's back. How was the yogurt?
Oh, it's disgusting. I hate you. Yeah, that's an idea that she's like weirdly into Eddard Stark's memory, right?
Yeah, and she's a wildling. They've been like oppressed and fighting against the Starks for
Ever?
centuries or millennia.
Yeah.
Why does she like him? And also, it seems as though the 6 wildling spearwives are working with Mors Umber. Because like the spearwives help Theon like escape, like jump off the walls of Winterfell, and right at that time,
Yeah,
conveniently enough, Mors Umber just happens to be outside the walls, and so it seems as though Mance and the spearwives and Crowfoot are working together. And the other critical thing is that Mors Umber, according to Book 5, once had a daughter, but that daughter was carried off by wildlings 30 years ago. So the idea is that that daughter was Rowan, and she has like become a wildling, but she still has like cultural connections to the north. She still has connection to her father Crowfoot, and that's why she coordinates with him, and that's why she likes Ned Stark.
That's all pretty compelling, but have you considered that that's kind of dumb?
You've got me there.
No, I quite like this. It is like a really subtle, nice little, lemony twist on these ladies that Mance has brought into Winterfell. It's such a cute little indication that Rowan has something more going on to her, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Spearwives are all quite mysterious, like what they're up to, and there's the whole question of whether they are murdering those people in Winterfell, like the Bolton soldiers who keep dying. Like they're so intriguing, and yeah, that's just like another example of like how goddamn cool it is in A Song of Ice and Fire that every like tiny minor character has their own backstory.
Yeah, hasn't George said that every time he creates any character, he gives them a secret?
Really?
I think
That's
I
cool.
heard that once in an interview, and that it
Well,
seems to hold true, doesn't it?
Sure. Where do you want to put that on the graph?
I quite like it. Now, again, this is playing into the whole, I think by the end of the story, there's not going to be a, yes, it turns out she was my daughter all along, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know what I would love to see is if, like, in like the middle of the long night, like in the depths of the winds of winter, because like the first place that's going to get overrun by the White Walkers is like
Last
the
half.
far northern houses, like the Umbers at Last Half. That's what they did in season 8. Like the Umbers got wiped out. What if we saw like Mors and Rowan fighting side by side, father and daughter, tragically dying together,
that would be super
and
cute.
that just like is a nod to their connection? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you've really sold me on this one. And, like, I have a pretty low price, so... Yeah, that's basically how flimsy my beliefs are. If you can put a strong case forward for anything, I'm like, oh yeah, it sounds good, man.
Hey, look, if you come up with compelling enough fanfic, I'll believe it too.
So yeah, I really like that, and I think it'll stay in the realm of interpretation for a while. That idea about the long night, them going down together. You should send George a letter. Write it in child's handwriting, like do your impression of a kid, just so he's like, that's a really good idea. So yeah, if you want to bother an author, pretend to be a sickly child.
Look,
That-
I
that's
have
moral.
sent George Martin 1,000-word letters in crayon every Thursday for the last 10 years, and he still hasn't replied. So
well,
I don't
see,
know if that's going to
You're
work.
getting him on his off day. He's busy on
Gotta try
Thursdays.
Wednesday.
Isn't he watching the
It's his
football?
wild cards day.
All right. The next idea
Make
that
sure you
you've
like and
written on
subscribe, or you won't live through the long night.
is subscribe to Alt Schwift X. He's recently embarked on a daring rap career based around hardcore analysis of gritty fantasy characters.
Yeah, that's what the world needs, right?
Grappling with my sibling Cersei like a lioness and she's sniffing, circling. I'm a matador as the beast gives horns, get a handle on Lancel, but what's more...